guys, this is Amy from Jack and Amy Dev, and in this series we have been looking at different rejection messages and how to pass the Chrome Web Store reviewing process. In this episode we're going to talk about specifically the user data privacy message. So let's get started. There are two main reasons that you probably received this message. For handling the user data, the way you're handling it, and because you're missing the privacy policy or it's not in the correct spot. So let's look at how the Chrome Web Store wants you to handle the user data. The Chrome Web Store provides three different URLs that help you know how to handle the user data. So I'm including all these three links in the description below so you can take your time and really go through these and know what they expect you to do when handling the user data. So please take the time to look at these and just make sure that your privacy policy and that your code is handling the user data correctly. Most of the time you are handling the user data correctly, but there might be a typo in your code. Here it says really clearly to never use HTTP when requesting or sending data. Now, it is human to make a little error, so go through your code and just double check that you have everywhere you are using HTTPS and not just HTTP. It might save you time and headaches to figure out what's going on. Okay, now that we have read how to handle the user data and just make sure that we don't have HTTP anywhere in our code, let's talk about the privacy policy. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure we are putting our privacy policy link in the correct input field. So here we are in our extension, and our first instinct is to add the privacy policy with our extension. So I guess one of the logical places would be to go to privacy. But if we look in here, this is mostly to talk about what our extension does and to justify our permissions. So this is not the right spot to put our privacy policy. The other thing that many of you have done is give up and say, I don't know where I'm supposed to put this, so I'm just going to write it right here, privacy policy, and paste my link. Now, this is not incorrect in the sense that adding it here will not hurt, but this is not the spot that the Chrome Web Store is referring to. So let's find out where to go. We're going to click the Chrome Web Store Developer Dashboard, exit out of here, and we are going to go to the Account tab. So here is the field for the privacy policy. Now, if you have several big extensions and you want them all to have different privacy policies, I would recommend having different accounts for each one. Okay, so we're going to put our privacy policy here and we are in the correct place. Now that you have the privacy policy in the correct input field, let's make sure we have the correct URL. So the Chrome Web Store team wants the privacy policy URL to point to an actual resource and not a dynamic endpoint. What does this mean? Many of you have included a link here in the privacy policy without a .html at the end because it redirects it. But what the Chrome Web Store wants is for you to actually have a page that has the privacy policy. Now that we have the correct input field and the correct URL, there's one more thing that we need to check, that we have the correct page format. Some privacy policies have been rejected because their page itself doesn't display or doesn't load unless you have JavaScript enabled. And they do also check that the privacy policy works even without JavaScript. So make sure that you are including just a simple HTML page that clearly states how you handle the user data. Okay, now that we have the correct input field, we have the correct URL path, and the correct page format, we are ready to go. Whoops, but one more thing. We have to click save, and we have to do it twice. It's very easy for us to just go back. We're rushing through this thing, go back to items and click on here. But if you go back to the account, our privacy policy did not get saved. So make sure that you click save up here in the button, and you do it several times. Let me show you why. So when I uploaded Cloak on top for the first time, I checked that I had filled out everything and I still couldn't publish. So I checked why can't I publish, and it said here that you must provide a contact email before you can publish. However, that was the first thing that I did actually. I went to the account tab and I put in my email. See, it is right there. And so for some reason it had not saved. Something would state, so I just selected it. I right click, I copied, and I pasted it again, and I saved it. And as you can see, it says that it's saved, and now when I went back to publish the extension, they allowed me to submit for review. So yes, go ahead and save twice and don't be shy about it. So you also need to upload a new package, because even though you have hit saved and you have your privacy policy, they need to be able to approve your extension again. So after you hit save, go back to your item and go to package and upload a new version. Don't forget to increase the version number because it needs to be a different one, and submit it again. If you're still having problems with the privacy policy, I would try to go to the old dashboard down here. You can opt out. And the other place that you can include your privacy policy is right here. So you can copy paste it again and save the changes down here. And it doesn't hurt to do this and try publishing again. Okay, now that you have checked that you are handling the user data correctly and you have your privacy policy in the correct place, you should be ready to go. So what happens if you receive this rejection message again? Feel free to contact me and Jack at JackAnimiDev, and we'll be super happy to talk to you through Twitter and try to figure out what's going on. Okay guys, that is all for this video. I hope this video has been helpful for you and that your extension has been approved. In the next video, we will talk about permissions and specifically the tabs and the active tab, and to see if we really need them to run our code. Okay guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any questions in the comments below. Any comments are fine, even if it's just nice ones. Okay, see you next time. Bye.